Join us now, Ed Yardeni, Yardeni Research President, frequent guest. We've been through a lot together, Ed, and I remember Liberation Day.
Yeah.
I needled you and said you briefly lost your nerve.
Briefly.
And then you went right back to what was your 2025 target?
7,000.
And you had gone down briefly, and then it came back. This time you didn't waver. You didn't flinch.
No.
Which, tariffs are one thing. Attacking Iran and
well, you live and learn, I guess.
Yeah, but $100, $110 Brent.
Yeah.
A lot of reasons to maybe not stand firm, but you did, and I think were you at 77 for
7,700
for 2026.
Right,
and you stuck with that.
Now I'm 8,000.
Manly. That was manly.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know. Am I allowed to say manly? Anyway, it was manly. Now where are you going?
Well, now I'm using 8,250. I've been bullish, but not bullish enough, as it turns out. The earnings estimates of analysts have been phenomenal. I've never seen anything like it. The first quarter earnings season we're finishing up now has turned out to be gangbusters. Not only that, but the analysts are actually raising their estimates for the second, third, and fourth quarters. And the year as a whole, they're talking about something like 23%, which is an extraordinary increase in an economy that's been growing all along. But I think the key to all this is, and I've been saying this for some time, that don't underestimate the resilience of the economy, the resilience of the consumer, and if that continues to be the case, then the same goes for earnings.
In the past, things have happened where, it wasn't the wrong move to underestimate the strength of the consumer or the economy or businesses. You haven't explained to me. You say don't underestimate it. You haven't explained to me why. And you know what? I'm going to give you your answer for you. It's A, B, C, D, and E. It's E. It's all of the above. It's AI. It's the big beautiful bill. It's
the consumers. We've got a lot of retiring baby boomers, and
they're rich.
They're rich. They're $89 trillion in net worth, and a lot of them have paid off their mortgages. They're spending money.
Why are corporations doing so well?
Well, corporations' cash flows at an all-time record high. Corporate profits at an all-time record high.
You're not telling me why.
I think it's because the U.S. economy is strong, and not only that, but the global economy is strong.
I still want reasons, because it doesn't always. It's not always like that.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a while, and kind of one of the things I've learned over the years is we pay too much attention to Washington, and sometimes we don't really give
in spite of Washington, not because of Washington.
That's exactly it. We've done remarkably well despite Washington, and I think the same thing can be said globally. More and more countries around the world that entrepreneurs, business people, consumers are just continuing to do what they want to do.
So if Washington doesn't kill it, you're saying in spite of, so if they're not actually going out of their way to make it difficult for businesses, then the U.S. is going to flourish.
Well, I think clearly we've got an administration that's deregulating, that's trying to stimulate the economy. I mean, the reality is, under Biden, a lot of money was spent to build infrastructure in manufacturing for semiconductors. And now under the current administration, we're seeing the same kind of push to, for, if nothing else, for national security reasons, to bring the supply chains back to the United States. So it's all extremely stimulative. We also have the big, beautiful bill, which is stimulative, not just for the consumers with tax refunds, but also with 100% depreciation.
Right, the 100% depreciation. When does input costs, because of $110 Brent oil, let's say that goes on, it goes on for another 6 months?
Well, I think one of the things that's different between now and what happened in 2022, when we had a big spike in inflation and a big spike in energy, is we're not seeing a wage price spiral. Wage inflation really took off in 21, 22. Remember, there's a big shortage of labor. Now that's just not the case, and wage inflation's moderated quite a bit. I think the big story is productivity, and I've been talking about this being the roaring 2020s, and the similarities with the 1920s is tremendous technological innovation that led to enormous productivity. And productivity is fairy dust it makes everything better. It makes growth better, inflation lower. It's great for corporate profits, and it actually boosts wages relative to prices.
Maybe that's the half-empty view of AI, is that people are just happy to have their jobs. They're not asking for more money.
I think AI on a net balance is going to be creating jobs.
Come on.
Instead of coders, we need prompters. I mean, we need people to actually monitor these systems. You can't just kind of leave them on their own.
But at this point, even though we're steady at 4.3% unemployment, you're not seeing a lot of hiring, and therefore can people ask for raises now?
I think there's already indications the labor market is improving. We've seen the past two employment numbers have been very strong.
Why no wage price spiral, though? That's what you're surprised.
Again, I think a big difference is the labor market is in equilibrium. Supply is equal to demand, so we're not seeing a lot of upward pressure or downward pressure.
Here's the question about jobs that I often think about. So the best example of, and we haven't talked about this, Joe, since I haven't seen you in a week. The best example I think right now about AI creating jobs in an industry that people thought that was going to lose jobs is actually radiologists around mammograms. I don't know if you followed this story, but everybody thought that mammograms were going to be read by computers, and radiologists were all going to lose their jobs.
Correct.
AI has helped make mammograms so much cheaper. More women happily are getting mammograms. As a result, they need more radiologists to actually look at this stuff and communicate back with the patient to explain what's going on. The question, though, that I have about that is that a short-term blip right now until we get to a point where you could use less radiologists to either communicate it, or the computer's going to communicate it, or what's going to happen.
AI does it, not a radiologist.
So in the moment, I get it, and I go, oh, that's an interesting example, because it's sort of completely antithetical to what people thought. But I don't know what that looks like long term.
Well, you know what's really odd is everybody knows that coders, software programmers are losing jobs, except for one anomaly here, and that is if you look at Indeed, job postings for software programmers, it's going up. So maybe there's some software programmers that you don't need anymore and others that you do need. I think a lot of people who are losing jobs are going to find them pretty rapidly. And we've seen in the latest employment report the duration of unemployment is going down. Continuing claims, which we get every single week, has been coming down.
But Wheeler Richardson, though, did say last week that the new jobs that are being added are not necessarily great jobs, that often they're part-time jobs, often they pay less. It's smaller businesses that are hiring. They don't always come with all the benefits of the big companies' jobs. And that was just what the last
Well, you know, a lot of the job creation has been obviously in healthcare. And healthcare is, you know, they pay pretty well there for various kinds of
But rationally, don't you think to yourself that a company that's going to go spend, you name the number, on, you know, sort of redoing all their tech around AI, think to themselves, I'm only spending this money if I'm going to get it back plus, or that I'm going to somehow save it in some other way. And therefore, they have to be thinking that they're going to be reducing
we've had a hiring freeze for really since the beginning of last year. And I think a lot of companies said, you know what, we have to figure out how this AI works and what we can do with it. And so they looked all around their firms, which is a great way to increase your productivity, is to actually see where this kind of technology might work. And what they found is that in some instances, AI can be used to augment productivity of workers, so you don't have to get rid of workers. Some areas they did let go of workers, but I think in other areas they've concluded, you know, AI is not really relevant to what we're doing in this division. But again, the labor market numbers themselves speak to the point that I'm making here,
I don't know why
and that is things are improving.